Now, Caprica here is a very nervous and anxious dog. One of the first things that she wants to do when she approaches you is either roll over on her back or walk past you very slowly in a very fearful manner with her tail tucked, her ears laid back. She's letting you know immediately upon approach that she is uncomfortable. She's unsure of this situation. So, in order to combat that, one of the things that we're practicing is informed consent. We've got to keep in mind what her body language is telling us when she comes near us, which is that she's already in that I'm in trouble mindset. She already assumes that we're going to invade her space, and she's letting us know that us invading her space at that moment makes her uncomfortable, which only fuels the insecurity and the anxiety within her. So if she comes over to us and she rolls over on her back, or she gives us any sort of fear signals that she doesn't want to be touched, then we're not going to touch her. We're going to wait until she approaches us and asks for that affection. Now, for these exercises, we do have her on a long leash, as you can see, so that she is actually coming to us. The key is whether or not we're gonna touch her when she gets to us. Now, you see very quickly that, yeah, of course she wants our physical affection. She just doesn't want us to force it on her. So, in the beginning, we saw that hesitancy. She didn't want to be right there in front of us in that position. However, when we gave her the choice, then she moved those extra couple of inches in order to ask for that. And that choice, just like within humans, just like with actual consent amongst adults, it gives us the freedom to feel comfortable, to feel confident. Yes, she may want that affection, but that doesn't mean that she wants us to force that affection on her. You'll also notice that when we're petting her, we're actually petting her chest and her neck. And that's because we don't want her to practice the behavior of rolling over onto her back whenever she gets near us. At this point in her life, that behavior is partly because of how she's feeling, but then it's also partly because of a habit. This is just what she does when she approaches you. She goes into that very submissive, small space in order to appease you so that you won't hurt her. That's not to say that she actually thinks that you'll hurt her, but more so, she wants to make sure that it doesn't happen. That's how anxious she is. By scratching her chest and her neck, I'm letting her know that behavior is not necessary with me. So what we end up with is the informed consent and ensuring that she understands that she doesn't need to behave in that way around me. That's how we're going to build her confidence in this situation. And we're going to take that confidence and we're going to use it to build the trust within us so that we can then take her around things that make her nervous or scared or new things. And she can lean on us, metaphorically, for that extra safety and confidence. Now, all dogs don't need this sort of intense and intentional training. Obviously, Caprica is a very extreme case. However, pay attention to your dog's body language. Figure out what they're trying to tell you in the moment so that you can then help them overcome the roadblocks that they have in their mind. Remember, behavior is communication.